Hello there, this is Nitish Kumar Bhatia in front of you. Students, welcoming you all in the Physics Arena by Nitish sir. From the series of our last lectures, we all have discussed about the motion in a plane. A lot of the topics we were discussed. So students, today we are going to discuss about the scalar and vector products of the two vectors. Already we have discussed about the various type of the vectors and their properties. And in the last video lectures, we have learned about the how to do the summation of the two vectors and how to do the subtraction of the two vectors. So via this video lecture today we are going to discuss about the product of the two vectors as a dot product and a scalar product. So let's start without wasting the time. Let's start with the product of the two vectors. Already we are knowing that there are the two type of the multiplication. So the first procedure for carried out the product, that is a dot product, which is also known as a scalar product. So student, what do you mean by the scalar product and what do you mean by the vector product? One by one I will give you a glance. I will give you the idea how to memorize what is the scalar product and what is the vector product. So here I am writing the topic scalar product or dot product of two vectors. How we can find out easily the product of the two vectors as a dot product. So student, what the dot product says, the scalar product of the two vectors says that a scalar quantity is equals to the product of the magnitude and cosine angle between them. If we are going to multiply the two vector quantities, what this product says, that here I am writing scalar product of two vectors is defined as a scalar quantity which is equals to a scalar quantity equal to the product of their magnitude and cosine angle, means cos angle, cosine of angle between them. So students, how we will discuss, how we will know that how to carry out the product of the two vectors. Let us suppose that if we are having the two vectors, the first vector is vector A and the second vector is vector B, and we have to calculate their dot product, means scalar product. Whenever we will say about the dot product, it means that what will be the answer if A will be multiplied by B in a dot product or scalar product, then A and B are the vectors, and when A and B are written without any vector, means arrow, it means that it is only the magnitude of vector A and B, and also with the cosine angle between them, means A makes an angle theta with B. So with the help of a ray diagram, I am willing to give you the idea. Let us suppose that this is a vector A. Let us suppose that this is a vector A and this is a vector B. Okay students, so what you can realize from here, these two vectors A and B starts from a common point, means these are the co-initial vectors. Vectors A and vector B are co-initial vectors. If someone may ask that, sir, what kind of the vectors are these? So vector A and vector B are the co-initial vectors because their initial point is same. And vector B makes an angle theta with vector A. Therefore, if we draw upward to here, so their product will be, here I have written that what we are going to do, we are going to find out the product of the two vectors as a vector A. The first vector is vector A and the second vector is vector B. So in order to calculate the product of the two vectors in the form of a scalar product, so what we will multiply? Only their magnitude. As we are knowing that a physical quantity which is having only the magnitude are said to be the scalar quantity. So here what we are taking only the magnitude, not the direction, and the cosine angle between them. So if we are knowing the magnitude of the two vectors and also we are knowing that the angle between them, then we can easily calculate their cross product. With the help of an example, we are going to understand this scalar product. So let us consider an example. Let us suppose that we are having a block. Let us suppose that we are having a block and which we have to move in the forward direction. Okay students, what I am saying here, I am drawing a plane. This is a plane. Okay students, this is a smooth plane onto which we have to move a block. So let us suppose that this is a smooth plane. What I am saying, let us suppose that this is a plane onto which a block is going to be moved. So this is the block and which is going to be moved in the forward direction. Let us suppose that a force F is applied to the block, makes an angle theta with the horizontal. This is the horizontal axis, and as we are knowing that if along the x-axis the horizontal axis and along the y-axis is the vertical axis. Okay, so this is the horizontal axis. Okay students, and as what we are considering, a force F acts at an angle theta with horizontal. Here the force is acting not along the vertical, not along the horizontal. Here the force makes an angle theta with the horizontal. This is horizontal, means this is horizontal, and if it moves in the vertical like this, okay, at 90 degree it will be vertical. So here the force is acting in the what slant, like the slant at an angle theta. So what will be, if we will resolve its two components, so along the horizontal it will be F cos theta. Okay, and here no angle is made, so we can write here this is the F sin theta. Okay, this is the vertical component, always take as a sin theta, and horizontal component take as always the cos theta. Now with the application of the force, now block reaches to here. Okay, so what is the force here applied? That is F, and the displacement carried out, that is S. So how we can give the expression of work done? So as we are knowing that what, that force is a vector quantity, and here the displacement is also a vector quantity. So what we are going to do, we are going to do the product of these two vectors F and S. So product of first vector, that is force, and the product of the second vector, that is S. So according to the scalar product, what we have to take only their magnitude. So only F, only S, and angle between them, that is cosine angle, that is cos theta. As we are knowing that the multiplication of force and displacement is known as work done. Okay students, and also we know that the work done is a scalar quantity. So work done is equal to F into S cos theta. In such a way, we can easily calculate the dot product of the two vectors. Easily we can calculate the dot product of the two vectors. So there are following properties of the dot product. You can easily go through your book but here some of the properties I am going to give you a glance. What are the properties of here I am going to enlist properties of a scalar product. Students, in the lower classes you all have already learned that the associative property, commutative property, distributive property. So in the similar way here, these type of the product, scalar product, consist same properties. So only I will give you a glance. Okay, so we can write that the scalar product is a commutative. What I'm writing? A scalar product of two vectors. Scalar product is commutative. What does it mean? Why I'm writing this? It means that if we change the order of the two vectors, there will be no change in their product. If A dot B it written here, if we do that B dot A, then there will be no change in their product will takes place. Means A dot B is equals to AB cos theta and B dot C is equals to BA cos theta will give the same result as a scalar quantity. Okay students, now the next one is a scalar product is distributive. Scalar product is distributive. What does it mean? What is distributive property of a quantity? Distributive property means that if we are having the three vectors such as vector A, vector B and vector C. If we are having vector A, vector B and vector C. Okay, and what we are going to do? We are going to calculate the dot product. So vector B and vector C is added with each other and vector A is multiplied with vector A and vector B. It means that here we have to take A dot B plus C. So distributive means A will be distributed in the same manner with B and C. So here the multiplication is the process. So A will be first multiplied with B and A will be first multiplied with C. So it will be equals to A dot B plus A dot C. It means that A will be partly multiplied with B first, then it multiplied with the C again. So this is the second property of the scalar product. Then as we are knowing that if the two scalar product, if the two vectors are parallel with each other, then their magnitude, what will be their magnitude? So we will calculate that the third property. What is the third property? The third property of the scalar product is that the scalar product of two parallel vectors. Let us suppose that two vectors are parallel to each other. This is vector A, what I am writing here. This is vector A and this is vector B, and both are parallel to each other. So the angle between them is, from this figure, if these two vectors are parallel to each other, then from the figure the angle between them will be theta will be 0. If the two vectors are parallel to each other, then the angle between them is 0 degree. So in order to calculate the product, what we are writing, that vector A dot vector B is equals to AB cos theta A B cos, and here theta is equals to 0 degree and cos 0 is equals to since cos 0 is equals to 1, so it will be A dot B. Okay student, it means that when the two vectors are parallel to each other, then their scalar product will be only the magnitude of their product of their magnitude. Now we are going to discuss about the, now let's move towards the next property of the vector of the scalar product, that the fourth property is the scalar product of two perpendicular vector, two perpendicular vectors. So students, if someone says that sir, if the two vectors are perpendicular, then how we will calculate their dot product? So students, in order to calculate the dot product of the two perpendicular vectors, so if this is the first vector, this is vector A and this is vector B, and both are the co-initial vectors, and this is the origin point and this is vector B. So from the figure we can observe that vector A and vector B makes an angle 90 degree with each other. So here theta is equals to 90 degree. So in order to calculate their product, A dot B is equals to AB and cos theta. Cos theta is equals to cos 90, and since cos 90 is equals to 0, therefore the product of the two perpendicular vectors will be 0. It means that the dot product of the two perpendicular vectors are what? That is 0. Okay students, now move towards the next property, the scalar product of a vector with itself. If vector A is multiplied with itself, means the scalar product of a vector by itself. If a vector is willing to multiply with itself, okay, it means that vector A is multiplied with vector A. It means that if both vectors are same, then their magnitude will be same and their direction will be same. When the direction and magnitude both will be same, then their angle will be 0 degree with each other. So how we can give their expression? A dot A is equals to A into A, take the magnitudes, so A into A, an angle between them, that is the cos theta. As we are knowing that if these two vectors have the same direction, so we'll have the angle is 0 degree, so it will be cos 0, and as we are knowing that cos 0 is equals to 1, so it will be A square. It means that A dot A is equals to A square. Okay students, and now we are going to move towards the next property. What the next property? The next property is the scalar product of the unit orthogonal vectors. So what we are going to do, the scalar product of unit orthogonal vectors. Students, in the last lectures I have given you a glance that what do you mean by the orthogonal vectors. Orthogonal vectors are those vectors which makes 90 degree with each other. Orthogonal means perpendicular vectors, and unit orthogonal vectors means that their magnitude should be unity. So as we are knowing that I cap, j cap and k cap are known as the unit orthogonal vectors along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively. Okay students, respectively. So what we are going to do, we are going to calculate the product of these. As we are knowing that so if someone says that sir, find out the product of I dot j, I cap into j. So students, as we are knowing that these I and j are perpendicular to each other, so their angle will be 90 degrees. So I dot j cos 90, and as we are knowing that cos 90 is equals to 0, so I dot j will be 0. I dot j will be 0. Similarly, j dot k, j and k are perpendicular to each other, then their angle will be 90 degree. So cos j and k, cos 90 is equals to 0, and k and I unit vectors are also perpendicular to each other, then k into I cos 90 is equals to 0. It means that what we have concluded from these three expressions, that unit vector I cap j, unit vector j cap k, and unit vector k cap I is equals to 0. It means that the scalar product of the unit orthogonal vectors are 0. Okay, whenever two vectors are given and you have to calculate their scalar product, then simply you must have to know about their magnitude. If you know the magnitude of the two vectors and also knows the angle between them, then you can take easily their cosine angle and find out the product of the two vectors as a scalar product or the dot vector. So today, via this video lecture, we are going to discuss about the vector product or the cross product of the two vectors. Okay student, so vector product means that a type of product, a type of multiplication of the two vectors in which the magnitude as well as the direction both will take out. So let us suppose that what this vector says and what this product says, what this law says, and then we will further proceed for the explanation of this product. So what the vector product says, okay, so here I am writing the vector product of two vectors the vector product of two vectors is defined as how it is defined as that a vector is having magnitude, a vector is having magnitude having the magnitude is equals to the product of the two vectors, the product of the two vectors and the sine angle between sine of angle between them and also having the direction perpendicular to the plane. Okay students, why we are taking here what I have said here and why we are taking the sine angle, one by one we will discuss, we will know what the reason. As the statement of the vector product of the two vectors says that the vector product of the two vectors is defined as a vector which is having the magnitude, okay, means numeric value, which is equals to the product of the two vectors and the sine of angle between them. Means sine angle means when we are taking the sine component, of a vector, we are knowing that there are the two rectangular components of a vector, cosine and sine. Sine we are taking in the terms of horizontal when they are horizontally, and cos we are taking when they are horizontally, and sine we are taking when they are in the vertical direction. So here we are taking the sine of angle. It means that the resultant will come in the vertical axis. That's why here their direction is said to be the perpendicular to the plane. So let us suppose that with the help of an example we are going to discuss, students. Okay, students. So let us suppose that this is the first vector, vector A. This is the first vector, vector A, and this is the second vector, vector B. Okay. There are the two vectors, vectors A and vector B are given as such. Okay. Okay, students, and this is the angle between them. This is the angle, that is cos theta, between them. So in order to calculate the vector product of these two vectors, what we will do, and here you can easily see that this is a plane. This, the blue lines is forming a plane. If it is supposed that x-axis, it is supposed as y-axis. So what kind of the plane is this? This is a xy plane where z-axis is 0. So in order to calculate the vector product or cross product of these two vectors, what we will do that vector A cross vector B, because in this we have to take the magnitude as well as the direction both. So students, till now we all have studied about the scalar and vector products. So now we are proceeding towards the properties of the vector product of the two vectors. Whenever we are just going to take the vector product of the two vectors, then what kind of the property these product will follow. So let's start one by one with one of the properties of the vector product of the two vectors. So earlier I have given you a glance in the scalar product of the two vectors, as the scalar product of two vectors are commutative in nature. As I have told you that scalar product of two vectors are commutative in nature, whereas the vector product of two vectors are not commutative. It means that what I am writing here, the vector product of two vectors is not commutative. Okay, students, is not commutative. What does it mean? What this statement says? This statement says that when we will take the product of the two vectors, it is not commutative in nature. It means that if we will reverse the order of these two vectors, as I am saying that is suppose that if A is the first vector and B is the second vector, and what we are going to do? We are going to do its cross product or the vector product. As we are knowing that the vector product of the two vectors can be given as AB sin theta, okay, into unit vector n. Here what we are saying that the vector product of the two vectors is not commutative in nature, means if we will reverse its position, then the product will not be same. As we are knowing that A cross B is equals to AB, here I am writing AB sin theta into unit vector n. Okay, students, and BA sin theta is equals to B into A sin theta into n. So a student, here AB and B are the scalar quantities, okay, and n are the directions, whereas here it is the reversal. Here this is the reversal of their direction. B, if we can say that, as we are knowing that AB and BA both will be equal in magnitude, but it is not equals that. But if I am writing here, but the direction, what directions? That sin B to A is opposite of the sine of A minus B. What this statement shows that means the direction is not equals to each other. When these are not equals to each other, then how we can say that the cross product of the two vectors are commutative in nature? That's why we conclude that if the two vectors are given and their product we have to calculate, then the product will not commutative in nature, means reverse the place we can't get the. So students, in order to discuss the third property of the vector product, what is the third property of the vector product? That we are saying that the vector product of the two parallel vectors is a null vector. It means that what I am writing here, what I am going to write here, that here I am writing that the vector product, this is the third property of the vector product. The vector product of two parallel vectors is a null vector. Null vector means a vector whose value is 0. It means that when we are saying that the two parallel vectors, what does it mean? Two parallel vectors means that the angle between the two vectors is 0. Okay, or 180 degree, 0 or 180 degree. So in order to give its expression, what will be its expression? So if first vector is vector A and the another vector is vector B, and we are going to take its cross product and these are parallel to each other, in that case A, B sine, and here when their angle will be 0 degree, then they may parallel to each other, or it can be also written as A, B sine 180 degree. Okay, so at both of the conditions 0 degree or 180 degree, its value will be sine, the value of sine angle 0 or 180 will be 0. So the answer will come as 0, and their unit vector is vector n. So we will get 0 into that is vector n, so it is 0. It means that whenever we will take the vector product of the two parallel vectors, it will give rise a null vector. So students, let's start with the new property of the vector product of the two vectors. So students, here till here we have learned that when we will take the two vectors as a parallel vectors, now we are going to take the two vectors. Okay, if the two vectors are perpendicular to each other, then what will be its product? So now we are going to discuss about the fourth property of the what we are going to do. We are going to do the here I am writing, then you will know what I am going to say. The vector product of the two perpendicular vectors. Okay students, so in this condition, when the two vectors will be perpendicular to each other, it means that vector A is perpendicular to vector B. What does it mean? It means that A makes an angle 90 degree with B. With what? That the vector A makes an angle 90 degree with vector B. So in this condition, what will happen? As we are knowing that vector A cross vector B will be equals to A dot B sine, here theta is 90 degree, so sine 90, and it will be multiplied with the unit vector n to show its direction. So as we are knowing that sine 90 is equals to 1, sine 0 0, and at sine 90 its value will be maximum, it will be 1. So A dot B into cap n will be the product of those two vectors which are perpendicular to each other. If someone will say, till here we have discussed a lots of properties of the vector product. Now we are moving towards most important property of the vector product. If someone says that, sir, if the two vectors if we are going to take the vector product of a vector by itself. Okay, so now moving toward the vector product of a vector by itself. When a vector, I will write after the conclusion here. So let's start with a vector. Let us suppose that vector A is going to be multiplied by itself, that is vector A. So if these two vectors A and vector A both are same, it means that it will have the same magnitude as well as the direction. So if the magnitude and direction will be same, then their angle will be zero. Then their angle will be what? Their angle will be 0. In this condition, we will write that A dot A, and if the direction are same, then angle will be sine 0 into unit vector, that is cap n. So A dot A will be remain unchanged, that is A square, and sine 0 is equals to 0 into cap n, and anything which is multiplied by 0 will be a null vector. So it means that if a vector is multiplied by itself will give a zero vector. It means that the vector product of a vector by itself gives a null vector. It means that whenever A cross A, B cross B, C cross C, या I cross I, J cross J, K cross K will give rise as a null vector. Okay, students. So as we are knowing that I, J, K are the null as we are knowing that we are learning various properties of the vector product. So let's start with the vector product of the unit vectors. The vector product of unit orthogonal vectors. Orthogonal vectors are those vectors which are mutually perpendicular to each other, and in case of unit orthogonal vectors are those vectors which are perpendicular to each other with having the magnitude as unity. So as we are knowing that I, J, K are the unit orthogonal vectors. I, J, K are the unit orthogonal vectors. So what will be its vector product? So let's start with I cross J one by one. Okay, because I is the unit vector across x-axis, J is the unit vector across y-axis, and K is the unit vector across z-axis. So one by one we will going to discuss I cross J. So it will be I into J sine. Here the angle will be 90 degree because perpendicular to each other, and the direction will be along the axis of K. Okay, students. So what will happen? If I cross I will be 0. I cross I will be 0, but I cross J will be what? Here I dot J into sine 0 is equals to 0 and sin 90 is equals to 1 into cap n. We can write that. So it may be written as, and sin 90 is equals to 1, so it will be I cross J is equals to I into J, and I into J will be equals to K. Okay, students, means I into J is equals to K because it is what? Clockwise, like this. So I cross J means K. Okay, students, J cross I, if I will write J cross I, it will be I, and K cross I will be J. Okay, students, one by one you will discuss. In the similar manner, we can also write that earlier we have discussed that if a vector is multiplied by itself, then it will give rise as a null vector. It means that I cross I, J cross J, and K cross K will be 0, whereas I cross J is equals to K, K cross J cross K is equals to I, and k cross I is equals to j. So these are the properties of the two vectors while having the vector product. Hopefully students, you all have got my point. If still you are having any problem, you all may ask to me. Surely I will assist you. Have a good day. Keep enjoying with your lectures.